In fact, I have a party to attend.
Anyone we know?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I believe he's an old friend of yours. Commissioner Scorpio?
Well, almost ready?
Oh, I'm never going to get everything done.
Well, don't be upset. I mean, it's just a party. There's just a few friends coming.
Upset? I'm thrilled.
About being late?
It's about the party, our party. It's just what I need.
I'm glad.
It's so exciting. It's just like the old days. It's been a long time since I felt that the world was mine for the taking. But tonight I intend to enjoy myself.
Well, dressed like that, you may have an itty-bitty problem.
You wait till you see what I'm going to be wearing.
Well, you better move yourself and get changed. They're due here any minute.
Okay, you keep them entertained
I will.
for a while, because I might be while changing.
Okay.
And try one of the canopies. They're really delicious.
Wonderful.
Oh, so this is a place I've heard so much about.
It's really impressive, Commissioner.
Well, we like it. Anyway, we have hors d'oeuvres to the left, and we have drinks a tad to the right.
Where's Holly?
Well, upstairs, I suppose. I'm expecting her any minute.
Well, then we'll just help ourselves, if that's all right
Tonight
with you.
is strictly self-serve. Enjoy.
Thank you, I'm sure we will.
Hello.
I'm so glad you could make it.
I wouldn't have missed it for all the diamonds, my dear.
What an honor. Hello, Bobbie.
Hello, Robert. Where is Holly?
Still getting ready, I expect. Shouldn't be too much longer, but I suppose it is one of the prerogatives of a woman.
No, dear, it is a necessity, an absolute requirement, actually. It takes time to look good.
Not for my wife, it doesn't. Now, move on down, have fun. The bar is where you see it. Food, etc. Well,
Well, evening, Commissioner.
I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you.
We're early. Oh, gosh. I told you we should have driven around a while longer.
Are you kidding? You couldn't wait to get here.
Well, I have been looking forward to this party.
I'll say. She hasn't stopped talking about it all day.
Really?
Thank you so much for inviting us.
Hey, as I understand it, you're partly responsible for all of this. I should be thanking you.
Well, wait and see how it goes.
All right.
The Quartermains asked me to convey their apologies with all that's happened.
Yeah, well, I can't blame them. I don't think I really was expecting to start it.
No, they're not in much of a partying mood these days.
Yeah, well, I suppose I can understand that. But listen, I hope you're going to enjoy yourselves.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure we will.
Good. Hello there, Your Honor.
Hello, Commissioner. You remember my wife, of course?
Mrs. Everett, how are you?
Fine, thank you. What a lovely place. So tastefully decorated. Who is your designer?
The credit goes to my wife. Me, I don't have much of an eye for interior decorating.
But he has a nose for criminals. Congratulations on solving the Baldwin murder. Well, good to see you. Come on in.
It seems like quite a party.
I hope so. I sure need one.
You just seem pretty anxious to get here tonight.
Oh, gosh, I think desperate's a better word.
Why?
Hello, you two.
Hi. Well, hello, Steve. Hello, Audrey. How you doing? Where's Rick?
Rick who?
Rick, your husband, who?
The workaholic, yes. Well, it's a very sad story. The poor man simply does not know how to have a good time. He's too busy, and the sad thing is he doesn't even know what he's missing. Oh, goody, champagne.
What's with her?
What is the matter with you?
What?
One minute you're dying to get here, the next you seem bored to death. Aren't you having a good time?
Of course I am.
Are you looking for someone?
No.
It certainly seems like it.
Well, I was just wondering where Holly is. I think I'll go find her. Hello, Doctor.
Miss Spencer, you look lovely tonight. Far too good to be alone.
What's your excuse?
For being alone? Actually, I'm not, or at least I wasn't until a minute ago.
Something you said?
You got me. I cannot figure Celia out.
Well, maybe she wants you to go after her.
You think so?
Some women like to be chased. But then again, some women like to get away.
Which are you?
Depends on who the hunter is.
He's a great surgeon.
Well,
Robert, don't you think it's rather rude that the hostess keeps everyone waiting at her own party?
you should know.
I love the strategy. It's one of my favorite. I love to make grand entrances.
Well, as a matter of fact, I've been thinking of slipping upstairs to see what's keeping her.
Well, you don't have to. You can see her from here. Oh, Holly. Oh, what a beautiful.
Hello.
Wonderful. I'm so glad you could make it.
Thanks for inviting us. sorry.
Oh.
Your home is just beautiful.
It really is. You've done quite a job with this.
It was fun. Now, can I get you anything?
No, thanks. We'll fend for ourselves. Here's Lesley.
Okay, let's go.
Hey. Well, the kid is a mathematical genius. He cannot speak English to save his soul, but he is brilliant. Top student in his class. Hi.
Hey.
Well, I guess you ran out of work to keep you busy. Pity. The man who was forced to have a good time. Or maybe it's just that you actually prefer what you call your more intimate gatherings. Hi there.
Well, look who it is. It's Doc Weber.
How you doing, Lesley?
Oh, just grand. Thank you. Good champagne.
Is
This
it?
is all my fault, Rick.
It is not your fault. It
Sorry.
has
No,
nothing
I should
to...
never have come.
Let's explore this beautiful home, all right? If I had known the police commissioner was doing so well, I think I would have gone into law enforcement myself.
We'll take care of that.
That was quite an appearance you made.
Well, I really didn't mean to cause such a stir.
You did exactly as you intended. I ought to know that move. I invented it.
That's probably where I learned it.
Well, you made some impression. I'm just sorry that not everybody was around to see it. I suppose some people had to turn down the invitation.
A few declined, yes. The Quartermains, of course.
Who else?
Why? Were you expecting someone?
Excuse me, Holly. You know, Steve and I were just talking about how fortunate you are to have such a good friend in Celia. Not many would go to the trouble to set up such a lovely party as this.
What? What can I do without you?
Yes, we do think you're lucky. Excuse us, would you please? Yes.
Thanks. You up to your... Before this evening is over, you better tell me what that was all about.
Can you tell me which way the powder room would be?
It's right through that, just past Robert's office.
Thank you. Now, if I can just find my purse.
That looks very tasty.
Have one.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of taking your last one.
Oh, I would. Oh, that's delicious.
Worth going to get a plate for?
Certainly is. Excuse us, will you?
Always in a good cause.
Speaking of that, I could use a second glass of wine.
I'm right behind you.
Rick, it's just that if I just wasn't so alone all the time.
Rose, you are not alone.
Rick, you don't...
Well, that's very, very kind of you, Mr. Mayor.
I learned the hard way to appreciate a good staff, support at all levels. And you, my dear, are a perfect example. I can't imagine a public official having a more perfect wife.
Where have you been?
We're right here.
Well, I've been looking all over for you. Let's go home.
Let's go. It's too early.
Honey, please.
What happened?
Nothing. I think the party's gotten a little out of hand.
Well, I could do with some excitement.
Well, I've had enough.
I don't understand.
Well, let me explain later. Let's just go home. Yeah.
Just a little too much champagne, a little too quick.
Yeah, that must have been it. But it's 11.
One of those things, right?
Right. Happens all the time.
Especially at parties.
I appreciate you trying to cheer me out.
We'll have
Rose, anytime.
Hi there.
Hi.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Been looking for you.
Well, we've just been exploring the house.
Oh, really?
Aren't the bedrooms lovely? Mark, would you mind giving me a ride home? I'm still not feeling very well.
Is that a fact?
Mind you go out there.
Well, since you decided to come after all, you're feeling fine.
I just can't seem to shake
All
it.
sorts of idiots on the road.
There we go.
Thank you.
Mark,
Bye.
I think we ought to go too.
Go. I'm stopping you.
I would like you to come with me.
Why? We didn't arrive together. Why do we have to leave that way?
I'm sorry, Lesley. I got tied up. I'm really sorry.
I noticed.
Look, it is not important who you come with. It's who you go with. Now, please come home with me. I know. I didn't marry for nothing.
Well, I guess I'm not going to get a better offer.
Not as long as I'm here.
Oh, you're leaving so soon?
It's getting kind of late.
Past our Betty by time.
Well, I thought the party was just about getting started.
Well,
Well, no, for this group, it's sort of cooling down. We'll see you around.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, we'll have lunch.
If I didn't know better, I would think that she's on her way.
Well, you don't know better because I say she definitely is. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't take me too much more myself.
Well, come on, I'll buy you a glass of ginger ale.
What about that dinner you promised me?
Doesn't your fiancé cook?
I seriously doubt it. Besides, just because I'm engaged doesn't mean I wouldn't enjoy a nice home-cooked meal.
Well, I think we ought to speak to Celia about that. I thought you'd left me here.
Well, hello, darling. We were just speaking of you.
Well, I've had about as much of that for one evening as I can stand. Will you please take me home?
But you're supposed to be the
Now.
Would you excuse us for a minute?
I already have.
Oh, sorry. No, don't be, please. That's the closest I've come to being picked up all night.
I know the feeling.
I certainly hope it's the party and not me.
Well, if it's not, I think we're both in trouble. Would you like to share a cab home?
I think the sooner the better.
Let's go.
Yes.
What is with you tonight?
Grant, I do wish you'd stop interrogating me every time I make a simple request.
Oh, with you, nothing is simple.
Are you complaining?
No, but I am confused. You were so looking forward to this party. Now, we've just barely gotten here, and you can't wait to leave.
Barely gotten here. We've been mingling for hours. At least it seems like it. This party is play boring.
Yeah, not what I saw of it.
Oh? Well, how nice for you. Well, then I'll just fetch my own wrap and leave by myself. There's no reason to interrupt your evening.
Oh. You stay here. I'll be right back with your coat.
Right. Thank you so very much for a lovely evening, but we've got to get going.
So soon?
And with that, you're telling me what I did for you earlier on?
What's that?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
It'll have to wait. I'm so dreadfully tired. Well,
Excuse me. Here you are, darling.
oh, thank you.
Enjoyed it, Commissioner. Love to stay, but...
I understand.
Thanks for having us.
Well, now that you know where we are, you must come again.
Oh, you can count on that.
Indeed.
No reason we shouldn't see more of one another now
Grant,
that... His master's voice.
I'm afraid if I don't go home right now, I'm just going to pass out on the spot. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I can just barely... You know, this is silly. All I probably need is just to sit down for a little bit. You go ahead and have a good time. Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Well... Got a lovely place there, really.
Yeah, once. Have a good time, Jimmy Lee.
Thank you. You look...
So, you've decided to stay.
I am the victim of my fiancé's wishes.
You feeling better, Celia?
Much better, thank you. Yes, a plate full of those delicious hors d'oeuvres set me just right. You know, I think that the whole problem was that I didn't eat anything today.
Starvation can definitely upset the system. And if you... Speaking of starvation, I'm going to check out what's left on the table. I'm a little on the hungry side. Excuse me.
Can I get anything for you?
No. Yes.
My, you are having trouble making up your mind tonight, aren't you?
Well, not about something.
Oh, name one.
Champagne, would you mind getting me some?
Not at all. It's a pleasure to feel wanted for a change. One glass of champagne, please. Of course.
Well,
You've met...
yes, we've met.
How you doing?
Hello again, Mr. Holt.
How are you? How's it going?
Yeah, it's fine. Fashionably late, I see.
Well, not on purpose.
Oh, yes, I don't believe that for 1 minute. I know an experienced partygoer when I see one.
Oh, maybe you do, but my tastes run more at keg parties rather than champagne socials.
Well, whatever works.
Well, we have plenty of champagne and beer. Would you excuse me just for a moment? I'd like to say goodbye to the mayor and his wife.
Yes, take your time. I'm sure I can entertain your guest.
Come on, darling. Mayor and his wife will leave.
Well, listen, I better be going. I got to make the rounds, you know. I can't stay very long.
No, don't go.
Why? What do you got to say to a waiter? Or don't you recognize me out of uniform?
Well, hello, Jimmy Lee. Didn't think you were going to make it tonight.
Well, I did. Almost didn't, though.
Would you excuse us for a second?
Huh?
I want to introduce you to the mayor.
Oh, but...
Oh, you'll like it. He's not at all stuffy. Talk to you later, Jimmy Lee.
One up there. Listen, excuse me, but I really should be going.
But you just got here.
Just making an appearance, huh?
Well, I wasn't going to, but, you know, I've been tired, working hard, and, I didn't want to seem ungrateful, though.
Well, we understand.
Okay, thank you, and, good night.
Some other time.
Okay.
You must come again when you can stay longer.
Yes, it was a pleasure to meet you, Your Honor.
For me as well, Dr. Putnam, and we are certainly going to be seeing more of you and your lovely fiancé.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night now.
Well, we'd better be going too, Grant.
But I thought...
Well, no, the party's breaking up, and one should never be the first to arrive or the last to leave. It's bad manners.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, forgive me, darling. You know, I really don't mean to be contrary. It's just that I'm frightfully tired. But I did have a wonderful time tonight. The party was lovely. And I do hope we can see a lot more of these people, don't you?
Yes.
Holly, good night.
Night, love. What are you doing?
I'm clearing up.
Look, I've got somebody coming in to do that in the morning. Please sit down.
Okay, so...
Hi.
It was fun, wasn't it?
And very successful.
I think so.
Yeah, well, hey, you were responsible for that.
I didn't do anything. I just enjoyed myself.
Well, that's the secret of having fun. Look, if everybody sees that you're having fun, they just want to join in.
When in Rome...
Somebody once said that. You're some hostess.
Well, I had a little practice. Long, long time ago. Seems like a million years.
I was very proud of you tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, well... Guess it's time for bed. Crime doesn't go on a holiday just because the police commissioner doesn't want to come in the morning. Careful, careful, careful.
How do you make the room move like that?
Is that a riddle? Let me think. Give it a lot to drink.
Oh.
You know, seriously, I never thought this sort of thing could be so much fun.
Well, surprise, surprise.
No, I mean it. I mean, I always looked upon it as a bit of an obligation, a kind of a necessary evil.
Oh, what a sacrifice you poor public officials have to make. Going to parties.
Yeah. Rescuing.
And rescuing women.
Yeah, steady as she goes there. How much have you had to drink?
One too many.
Only one.
Well, after the first one, I sort of lost count.
You know, it occurs to me. I really would like to see you tipsy.
Well, look very closely.
No. I mean really loose.
This is it. After this, I pass out.
That sounds interesting.
No, it's very boring, actually. I just go to sleep. Which is exactly what I intend to do for the next 24 hours. Good night.
Night. I'd like to thank you for a wonderful evening.
Thank you for having me.